Con ustedes, Magnús Scheving.
Yes. Well, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you very much for having me in Puebla. I love it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Let's move quickly. So, I used to play a superhero who has no superpowers whatsoever. And I was CEO by night. I ran a company for many, many years. I worked for myself nearly all my life. But there are no superheroes in the world. There are no gurus. They are just regular people, just like me and you. So sometimes I met so many people who think, oh, somebody else can do things. But it's not the truth. It's basically, you can do it, anybody can do it, basically. It's something we're going to talk about today. So I lived in a very small town. It's extremely small, you cannot see it. It's here. And it's really small. It was only like 500 people who lived there. And I lived even in a smaller country called Iceland, who's middle of nowhere. There are 400,000 people who live in this country. Puebla have, 3 to 5 million? So in my town, there was nothing to do. There was snow up to here, and that's it. There was no gymnasium. There was basically nothing. So, but early on, when I was really young, I really believed in the idea that anything is possible. You can do whatever you want, but you have to set your mind to it, basically. So I went on a mission to move kids, to move families, and to move the world. I really wanted to do it, but I didn't know how. How can I do it? And the opportunities were not there, not in front of you. So I created Lazytown. I tested Lazytown for years before I made it. I went around the world and started as a book, 1995. It was a live show, it was a music show, it was a games and sports radio station. I even increased sales of fruit and vegetables in my country, 22%. In my country, there was no baby carrots even. So we imported it because Lazytown made it popular. So we even did a lot of events for sports, for families. And thousands of kids did it. I was watching TV at home, sitting home watching TV, and the health minister was on the news. And they say, health minister, why is the obesity going down in Iceland? And he said, because of Lazytown. And I was watching TV, I jumped up, yes! I was doing push-ups watching TV. No, I wasn't. I was sitting. But I jumped up, yes! And I called him the day after, asked him to write it down for me. Then the president wrote a letter how much impact it had on the country. So I knew we had the solutions. We knew we had something. So I said, okay, let's take this around the world. So I wanted to create a TV to take it around the world. There was a challenge. Iceland have never sold a TV show out of the country. Iceland have only made 16 TV shows, episodes. So I couldn't call anyone. There was nobody in my country I could call and say, how do I sell this? How do I take it around the world? Who do I meet? There was no one I could call. But I knew one thing, There was a lot of people in Iceland who have done different jobs, and I just need to collect them together in a team to do it. So, when you're an entrepreneur, how many of you have an idea who want to do something? Yes? So, there is a challenge. I have to say, a little challenge. That's what, when you're an entrepreneur, you need to have a lot of different hats, like a lot. The first hat is the idea. Ta-da-da, I have an idea. And then, poof, you need to raise the money. And certainly you're not the idea guy. You're not like, ha-ha, I want your money, I want you. Stop jumping. Be serious. Talk about the money. So you need to change to sell the money. You need to do it. So I raised $80 million to do it. Then you have to change your hat, and you have to be a production company. You have to be guy who executes something. And then you have a total different hat. You're not longer jumping. You're not talking finance. You're talking about to be on budget. And then we built a studio in Iceland because people said to me, if you're going to sell this, have you ever done it before? No. Have you filmed anything? No. Do you have a studio? No. So how are you going to do it? And I told them how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it like this, and this, and this, and this. So then I started to do one step, and they started to believe in it. So I got people who worked on James Bond in Iceland. People who have done sets, all kinds of things. And we filmed Lazytown. It went to 500 million homes, 172 countries, and won a lot of awards, BAFTA and Emmys and everything. Because all of those people, they knew how to do it. I just had to bring them together. So when I look at Mexico, oh my God, Mexico is nearly the coolest country in the world. I don't know if you have traveled. No, I mean it. I basically mean it. Because what it is, I'm not sure if you have traveled a lot. I have been to many, many countries. You have fantastic weather. You have incredible location. You have mountains, you have beaches. You have the best people in the world. You have food. You have great food. You have work ethics. Your people are willing to work. Everybody behind here on the stage, they are top notch. Every single one of them behind here. So, what are you waiting for? Why isn't Mexico a paradise? What it should be. That's what it should be. And maybe you cannot tell it because everybody would come. Okay, so anyway, people ask me, are you never lazy because you created Lazytown? Do you never sleep in the middle of the day? I said, yes. That's not lazy, that's common sense. Yoko Ono and John Lennon, they were in bed for a week or days. They were not lazy, they were motivating the world. So, you are lazy. You are really lazy when you don't care. That's when you are lazy. And people can see it, that you are lazy. Because you say maybe, I don't care about women's rights because I'm not a woman. You are lazy. If you say, I'm not poor, I don't care about poor people, you are lazy, basically. So you are lazy when you don't think about your town. I think you should think about everything. Not one thing, everything. Everything really matters. So whether they say it takes whole village to raise a kid, it doesn't, what it means, it takes people to care about your kid. So if your kid would go out and play, and they would be walking on this and maybe fall, maybe there's someone in town who say, be careful. That's what you want. You want that in your environment. And when you have a company, that's the same thing you want. There's a huge power to be lazy. One person in your team can really smash it all. Just one person, oh, I don't want to do it. It's over. It's over. Basically, there's a lot of power in it. He can drag a lot of people with negativity and all kinds of things. So think about if we were going to win the Formula 1. We get the best car. We spend all the budget on it. We train the people to drive the car. We have the best to change the tires. We have everything is finished, ready to go. And we're going to go and we're going to win the race. We have one day, one chance. Otherwise, the budget is gone. So we're ready to go. And then the flag is going to go, and then, oh, wait, we need one more job. Okay, we need the person to clean the helmet. Just to clean the helmet so the person who's driving the car can see anything. And that job is this. That's it. You have done everything else. You have done the vehicle, you get the budget, the money, you've done everything. The best training staff to change the tires, and this person is going to do That's it. And you think, there must be this person who can do this job. It's not that difficult. So, the race is on, the flag is going, this person will go out for smoke, or don't care. I don't care, I'm not going to do the job. So the person who's driving the car cannot see anything, and we're going to smash, and we are off the business. We are out. Because of what? Because one person didn't do. You don't want to be the person who doesn't do. And you don't want to be the person who have somebody in your team who doesn't do. So in Lazytown, I said, I don't want any in my company. So I knew after the work days in Lazytown, if there was a glass in the toilet, after everybody was gone home, and I went through the office and I saw in the toilet there was a glass, I knew I have to fire somebody. In the old days, the young people doesn't know this, in the old days there was a men's toilet and there was a women's toilet, okay? So I knew, it was more easy those days, I have to fire a woman if the glass was in the women's toilet. Then I come the day after, I have to fire a woman. Why? Okay, why? Because everybody go to the toilets in the office. So somebody took the glass, went to the toilet, and what? Forgot the glass. Went out, forgot it. Mistake. Everybody else go to the toilet. So the next person who went in should have taken it. He should look at it, it's a mistake. It's a mistake, I go to the kitchen. But he didn't. And the third person didn't do it. And the fourth, and the fifth, sixth, I should fire them all. Because the job is to pick up somebody who makes a mistake. That's the job to create a fantastic team in your workplace. Because you are going to make a mistake, and somebody's going to pick you up, and then you're going to pick up somebody else. So everybody should pick one another up. That's the teamwork when they make a mistakes. So you should be like this. Everybody can see if you care that you are like this. Every day you should be like this. We could see it. We can basically see it. Every people in here can see it in 0 second if you really cared and you are really good for the job. If I am not moving this part of my arm, this one, and you don't know anything about bodies, nothing at all, you don't know if it's bicep or tricep, you don't know. I'm not moving this arm, and I come in, and I say, okay, I'm going to show you some slides. We're going to do this. Immediately, you're going to see there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but you can see it. You can feel it. There is something wrong. This is when people come into retailer, and they're like, I don't really want to shop. I don't know what it is, but I don't want it. This hotel, there's something wrong with this hotel. I don't know what it is, but it's not right. So what is, people can see it. I know if I'm going to hire a person when he walks in through the door. It takes me seconds to understand it. If you go to, I don't believe that you would do business with a lot of people who would stay like this. You want to buy this car? It's a great car. In Japan, they sit like this the whole meeting because they want to show interest that they are there. My friends and the Icelandic people, we are sometimes all over the place. So I want you to really think about that everybody can see it. I'm going to get a guy. I'm going to borrow a guy here, some handsome guy. Can you come, please? Come. What's your name?
Cristobal.
Huh.
Cristobal.
Cristobal, come up on stage. Okay. So, look, give him a big applause, Cristobal. Okay. I want you to do this for me. Can you stand like this, and can you lean to me? Yes. look, this is what you'll be doing all day long. And a lot of people, if you're like this, you're going to be successful. Some people stay like here. Yes, yeah, oh, yeah. A lot of people are here. No, it's not possible. No, it's not possible. And if you stay like this, and I let him go, you know what happened? What did he do? He stepped forward, yes? So if he would know where he's going, let's say he's going over there. I'm going to New York. I'm going to make this company successful. I'm going over there, and he leaned forward, automatically, he is going to go there. He ends up in New York. So it's not only your mind, it's also your body and your spirit, and it's all around you that you can feel it, and everybody can see it. The investors can see it, and they believe in it, and they say, I trust this person for this idea because he's going to execute it. Thank you very much, sir. Give him a big applause. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's move on. There are two types of leaders in the world. There are managing industries, and there are people who change industries. You have to pick what you want to be. Do you want to manage the industry? Nothing wrong with it. You just manage it. And then there are people who want to change the industry. And that's a little bit more, failure rate is a little bit higher. So there is a challenge. It helps you to be positive. And know in those days that we are living today, you have to be positive. You cannot be negative. It's not possible to be negative. That's the challenge. You can walk to a young person today and say, this is not good. The person is going to quit. You know, my generation, I'm 60. My generation, or my dad's generation, they worked 40 years in a company. My generation worked 35 years in a company. Young people today, they work 13 months, and then they're gone. They're totally different language you're going to speak to those people who work for you. And the problem is this. It's not allowed to be negative. You cannot go and say, this is horrible, do it better. It's not possible anymore. So this is the problem. For thousands of years, we have been negative. That's how we survived. It's inside our body. We have already come and said, what's wrong with it? And what we have done, we have looked for problems, we have found problems, and we solve problems. This is what we do. So if you would go in the million years ago, if we would go to the forest, and we are 5 people, we go there, and we're going to sit down, sleep during the night. One person is going to say, maybe the wolf is going to kill us. And we would say, no, don't be so negative. There's no wolf. Oh, no, like, it's not a wolf, it's a sheep. Oh. And then we're going to be eaten. And everybody else learn from that and say, wait a minute, we have to do something. We have to look for problems. Okay, maybe there's wolves. We have to find it, they are there, and we're going to solve it. We're going to put fire, we're going to do things to make it that we are not going to be eaten. This has changed. Because what I realize is that people are different, how you speak to people. You need to speak totally different with people. So as a leader, this is leadership. That is their action of leading a group of people or an organization to certain goals or whatever it is. So you need drive to do it. If you're going to take a group and lead a group, you need a drive. So you need to know, what is your drive? What is your drive? Why are you doing it? Why? Why are you doing this job? Why are you doing it? And then, what is your drive? What is your music? I can know in few seconds around you what is your music. Everybody can see it. What is your music? So, for example, are you at work? Come home. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, kids. Dun, dun, dun. Or are you at work? Dun, dun, dun. You come home. Yes, yes. What is your music? What is it exactly that is your music? Everybody has their own music, everybody. And everybody can feel it immediately when you walk into the room. So, method is that you know your job. So let's say you go to school, you learn how to play piano or music. That's the technique that you can know how to do the job. It's not enough to know how to play. Then there is the attitude. I love it. I like to play. That's not even enough. You need passion. It's how you do it. Nobody would come to a concert if I come and I just know the method and know how to play. Nobody would care. But if I have an attitude, wow, you can see I love it, and then I have a passion, I would really stand up and bing and da. Totally different. Totally different. So when you go to your job, your idea, anything you're working on, what is your music in your home with your families? Do you have dinners with your family? You say, okay, now we're going to have candles, we're going to do this, this, and this. We're going to have different, we're going to have Mexican night, we're going to have Icelandic night, and we're going to have snow. How many of you have Icelandic dinner? It's a fish, by the way. Okay, so inspiration for inner drive is a lot of different things for each one of you. My mistake as a leader in my company, as a CEO, I didn't understand it. I thought that everybody was like me. I measure everything like me. I said to the people things that I thought I would like. Total mistake. So when you are people in your job, you need to have, if you have 100 people, you need to have 100 different ways talking to them. I'm an athlete, okay? So I like if my boss would tell me, if I do these push-ups, he would say, now you have to do it better, okay? You have to jump. Okay. And then he said, that's not enough. You have to do push-up in one arm. And again and again, would I do it? And I would not be pissed off. I will not go to my boss. My push-up is not good enough. Why? Because I'm an athlete. I like to try it again and again and again. But if I take the same method to somebody else and say, do it again, the person doesn't want to do it. So if you say to a kid, clean your room is a mess. Clean the room is a mess. You say that for 5 years. The kid is going to be messy. They're not going to clean the room. Why? Because I'm a messy kid. If you change and you say, you have to clean the room because you're so organized. You like to have your toys. You say that for 5 years. The kid is going to clean the room without you have to tell him. He's going to go and clean the room because he's an organized kid. So it's a communication, how you speak. So what destroys inner drive is basically all this. Too much workload, unsure workplace, everybody's insecure. Confidence. You need confidence that you can make a mistake. You're not going to go to my company extremely afraid, I'm going to make a mistake with this glass. I'm going to put it somewhere. I don't know where to put it. You cannot be like that. You have to be confident. Involved is the most important for any leader in the world. Tell me, I will forget. They say it's in China. Show me, and I might remember. Involve me, and I will understand for life. So if I would tell you about football game, I would talk about football game, you're not going to remember it. If I show you the football game, you're going to watch it, you're going to remember a little bit more. If you played the game, you're going to remember every single step in the game. So involve people. Involve them in the decision making. The world needs new ideas. So I used to teach fitness when I was younger. So most people just do this, the same thing. They're in the box. This is called step touch. So you would be with me and I say, okay, do this. We would do this. Everybody's happy. After 3 months, you get bored. Okay, I need new idea. Okay, we do grapevine. Okay, we do this. Oh, hey, everybody, yes. After 6, 7 months, you are also bored. So people would go maybe to New York, maybe to a convention to learn something new. So we say, okay, I know this. I'm going to learn something new. Go to festivals, the ideas. Wow, V-step. Woof. And you come home and, I know these steps. But to be really creative, you should really take the chance. You should do something you've never done before. And it's best to do it when you have 1,000 people in front of you. That's the best. So if you have 1,000 people, you do step touch, grapevine, you know how to do it, then I've never done this, let's go. I don't know how to do it. Okay, maybe it's horrible. Maybe I turn around. It's a V-step. Yes, everybody loves it. That's what you should do. So try something new. How do we get ideas? How do we get it? From everywhere. If you're open to it, you can get ideas everywhere. So for example, subconsciousness takes most of the ideas. If you speak to yourself, blah, 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 it's going to pop up. You say, I'm going on a vacation with all your friends. I'm going on a vacation. I'm going to Cancun. Okay, I'm going to Cancun. Suddenly you see, advertising for Cancun. 100 to Cancun. Okay. If you talk about, I want a red sport car, suddenly you see red sports car everywhere. It's in your subconsciousness. There was a library. I said there was nothing in my hometown, but there was a library. And when I went to the library, I ran to the library, I took books, blindfolded, took books, went on an airplane, they closed it, I read it. Books I had no interest to read. Some books are about cats, astronauts, Cuban cigars. The books I love the most is books that I have no interest to read. That's the books I love. So you should really think about it. We buy the same clothing. We buy the same food. We always drive almost the same way to work. We do the same thing again and again. So try to read a book that you have no interest to read. So everything you pay attention grows. So if you say your husband is horrible, it's going to be horrible. And if you believe he's going to do that, you should get a divorce immediately. So, everything you pay attention grows. What is a great idea? If I would come now and I say, hey, I have an idea. What is a great idea? How would you measure it? How do you know this is a great idea? How would you this is a great idea? What would that be? Let's say, if you only have to work 3 days a week, great idea. I'm going to make a lot of money, great idea. If I change the world, great idea. It could be anything. In my mind, when I was little, this what I thought was a great idea. I think if you're going to run for a president or a politician or anything, there's only one thing you have to do. You have to go to a tattoo salon. You know tattoo salon? Make a tattoo. If you run for president or anything, you should go to a tattoo salon and they should put on your forehead, tattoo, everybody wins. And when he's speaking, everybody look at his forehead, everybody wins. No, not everybody wins. What are you saying? What are you saying? It's on your head. So I believe when Lazytown increased sales of fruit and vegetables in Mexico, the farmers was happy, retailer was happy, mom and dad was happy, the kid was happy, Lazytown was happy. Everybody wins. So, do everyone win with education? It's not the truth. Because in Mexico, when you fail a test, what is it, 5 or 4? What is the scale? 5. Okay, so you go to school. Same as 1,000 people to go to school. So 70% is great. 30% fail the test. Are they idiots? No. Because they only tested 5 things in the school. They have skills that they didn't test. We have to find that skill in the person. Or the person have to show me his skills that I, as a team leader, immediately know this is the person for that job. So, We still have bells who ring like a factory in the old days in the school. So, in school, when you go to exam, this is what we do. I'm going to test what I can do. And the other person who's trying to look, you cannot look, I'm working here, I'm taking a test. But when you go out for the workplace, you're supposed to work with everybody. Does it make any sense? Why are you trying people to do, I'm going to work alone? Nobody can work alone. No one. So, what school system is missing, in my mind, is give you confidence. That when you're 16 or 18, you walk out of school and you believe you can find the solution to do it. You don't need to know how to do it, but you know you can do it. So, I'm going to give you a test. Can you do this for me? Up and down like this. Everybody. Up and down, up and down. This is a great test for the evening. Like maybe you go to the bar. Hey, one more beer. Okay, and then we're going to do this. Take the other hand and make a set with that one. Set. Let's go up and down at the same time. The reason you cannot do it is not because you're an asshole. It's not because you're a failure. It's not because you're 30% failed the test. It's because you didn't practice. You don't have the confidence to do it. So later today, you can say, Magnús, oh, Björns, look. We know how to do it. So it's about practice again and again and again and be confident. Then you have to smile. There's a massive change going on in the world. There's a massive change. Access to the world have never been easier. It's so good because access to information, markets, new entertainment, people, and even all these people's opinion. We trust it. If you go to a hotel, they say 9.2, 8.6. We go there because people told what it was. So I lived in a very small town. There was only 8 kids in my class, 4 girls, 4 boys. If I were going to get married, I would say, you want to marry me? No. What about you? No. You want to marry me? No. What about you? No, it's over. But in the lunch break later, you are going to fall in love, maybe. You're going to say, online, I met somebody in Hong Kong. I'm in love. Boom. Totally different world. Totally different world. So, power of this information will change your life faster than you think. Can you take out your phone, please? Take out your phone. Take out the phone and put a picture. You're going to take a photo. I'm going to do amazing something, okay? So, take a photo. Are you ready? Take the phone. We're going to do something, okay? Are you ready? Okay. And a photo, okay? Take the phone and give it to the next person on the left, now. Give the phone to the person now. And give the phone in the back. Give the phone in the back to the person in the back. Now stop it, okay? Take the phone back. The reason, look, this is all your life. We are not going to have it on a phone later in life, but okay, our kids is going to laugh because we hold it, okay? But for you to take your life and give it to somebody was like, what is this guy doing? And then you're going to do it in the back. Are you crazy? My phone is even on. So, but we would take our kids to kindergarten school and say, okay, bye. We don't even look back like, hey, what? So, it's so important. It's going to change your life. So what we are doing, we are basically writing history live with this. Everything. AI is going to totally change this as well. So there's a lot of things going. Everybody wants things their way and right away. You cannot close a bank. You need to be open 24 hours. Nothing can be closed anymore. That's not going to happen. But you need to be in top 3. That's very important. And you have to find your top 3. Lazytown, I say Lazytown is number 1 in health for kids in the world. You know why? Because there was no one else. So you should find where you are number 1, 2, and 3. You can say, maybe you have a company in Puebla, and you say, I am number 1 in the world, or number 2, or number 3 in the world, who has it in a great country, with fantastic restaurant, fantastic food, and that's where my restaurant is. I am number 3 in the world. You can find it. Just find what it is to find that you're in top 3. But you need to be in top 3. There's always good if there's a gap in the market. That's always good. 30 years ago, I realized there was a gap in the market in health. There was no entertainment brand dedicated to kids' health in the world. There was no role models for health for kids. You know Popeye? He ate spinach, and he smoked and hit people. Poof, oh. Maybe not a good role model, I don't know. But so there was nothing there. There was basically nothing there. So my idea was health. And I thought it was going to be so easy, I just have to explain health. I mean, how difficult can it be? And then suddenly, I realized, how would I speak to a kid? They don't know anything about health. If I say to a kid, you're going to be healthy when you're 21, I'm never going to be 21. The kids don't believe it. You say, if you eat this apple, you are going to be healthy when you're 25. The kids didn't get it. So, health, what is a healthy person? I went around the world to figure out what is a healthy person. What is a healthy kid? If I do 500 push-ups this morning, what I did, I'm a lunatic or healthy? Lunatic, exactly. What I'm saying, health is the same as we spoke about before. It's not a one thing. It's a thing about balance. I figured out if you are healthy, you're in balance. It has nothing to do with shape or sizes, nothing. It has to do if you're in balance. Economy in balance is a healthy economy. Company who is in balance is healthy. So if you are in balance with your health, then you are healthy. So I thought it was going to be easy. So I'm going to give you now a test. Everybody has a paper. Do you have a paper like this? Yes. Okay, we're going to do a test. There's no one going to fail in this test, okay? Nobody's going to fail, okay? So I want you to hold the paper like this. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit how difficult it is to be a creator or entrepreneur or somebody with an idea, how you communicate the idea to somebody. You think that everybody understands it. Okay, so hold the paper. I'm going to give you 5 instructions. You're going to do it. 5 instructions. I'm going to say it. You're going to do it with your eyes closed, okay? You cannot open your eye. If you open your eye, 500 push-ups here on the stage. The whole roll is going to do it, okay? Are you ready? Close your eyes. Just listen. Fold the paper in half. Turn it 180. Fold the paper in half. Rip the left corner off. Fold the paper in half and rip the center off. Okay, now, open your eyes. Show me the paper. Nobody has the same paper in the room. Show me your paper. Let me see it. No one has the same paper. Not a single person. Nobody have it. There is one, and then we should get married. No, look, there is nearly no one with the same paper. Nearly no one with the same paper. Why is that? Is it because you're stupid? No. It's because you failed? No. It's because my instruction, they suck. It was my fault. But I said it all. I said, fold the paper in half, turn it 180, fold it to the left, take the left corner off, fold it in half and rip the center off. I said it all, but still you didn't get it. So what I'm saying, you should take this paper, you should frame it, put it in your office, and when you're talking to your young kids, teenager, they have no idea what you're talking about. So basically, this is just a paper. How could we make this easy? Thank you. This is how we could make it easy. If I would come and say, with a reference, we're going to make paper like this, that would mean that you would do it similar to this. So sometimes it's good, if you have an idea, to have a reference to show it's not like that, it's maybe similar to this, it's not like this, so people get it. You understand me? Especially when you're talking to a finance person. Okay? This is the reality of the underground of London. This is the reality. So this is how the train is. But somebody took that and made this. So everybody understands. So your job is to make this map. That's your job with your idea. Okay? So logo. Logo of Lazytown sucked. If I could do it again, I would totally change it. Why? Because logo is an image of the company. It shows what it is. So certainly, if I go to China, they totally changed the logo. It's Chinese, so it doesn't look like this at all. In Germany, they don't even have the word lazy in the language. So, in Germans, they don't have it. I mean, so it would be, yeah. So it's like, so if you think about, because the logo is important. So my logo should have been this, but somebody else took it. Someone else in the world took it. This would be perfect Lazytown. So you don't need to explain anything. You just have image, and everybody understands it. We don't need to explain it. So when you have an idea, and I rip everything off your idea, is it still your idea? So for example, some people also have shape. Not only logo, but their own shape. And it's the same guy who stole my idea, my logo. He also have a shape. Some companies also have more than shape. They have sounds. So what is the sound of your idea? What is the sound of your idea? For example, so they own this sound. You remember Coca-Cola when they did, what a feeling or something. They own the sound. So Lazytown owns sounds. Not only own they own sounds, we also own movement. What company owns a movement? Movement. It's the same company who stole my idea. I've seen kids who go and do this to try to take it off the screen. They own this movement. So Lazytown owns this. So, let's say I would go with a telephone company in Mexico and we would make a deal. So every time, I'm going to play it again, guys. Every time the phone would call, your phone, your kid would be next to you and the phone is ringing, your kids would move. Think about that, 2 for 1. The dad is getting a call and the kid is moving. So certainly, you get a call, and I'm going to see if I can go back. I'm going back, yes. Okay. So, your call is ringing. The kids jump up. The dad is not answering. The kids go, I'm ready. Dad, I'm ready. Don't answer. So suddenly your kids are moving when you're actually taking the phone call. There's also smashable. So when you take logo, sounds, shape of your idea, and you would smash it to the floor, and you would pick up one piece. There was a guy who made this bottle. There was a Swedish guy who made the Coca-Cola bottle. It's about a Coca-Cola leaf. So in the old days, it used to be green. And when you smash it, you could take out one small bit and say, this is a Coca-Cola bottle. Even if you smash it. So if I'm thinking about your idea or your company, if I take all the logo off, take everything off, would I still know this is the ideas of the Festival of Ideas? Yes, that's what it's about. You understand me? So the challenge was, Lazytown, the challenge with Lazytown was, there was a lot of obesity, there was kids and obese, there was a huge problem, and what were we up against? The parents, the kids were eating all kind of junk, and the parents didn't know what to do, and the market was full of messages that nobody understood. So it was every single TV program on TV just had all these messages, like kids was bombarded by shit. And I wanted to do something about it. I'm going to show you a little bit. So Lazytown said no to all of this. And we found out there was only one company in the world, Quakers, who had oatmeal for kids. That's it. There was nothing else. So think about, there must be some in the food business opportunities to give kids healthy food. Look, I put a person in a retailer to shop. Look. She goes shopping, and she's going to shop only healthy food. She has 3 minutes to shop. She started to take things. She was not allowed to shop anything that was unhealthy. Fruit and vegetables, no problems. She put it in. Then she started to struggle a little bit. Okay, what's next? Okay, what should I take? And there was even cookies, no. Salt, no. What is it? She almost running out of time. We realized the basket was not full, and she was trying to take some healthy stuff. So I said to her, let's do it again. Now you can only shop unhealthy, but you have to be basically blindfolded. So now you're gonna shop unhealthy food. See how that goes. You have to fill the basket. She started to do it, and she started to take randomly out of the shelf. And even sometimes, she couldn't even find the basket. She had almost 38 seconds left, and the basket was full. So what does that tell us? That tells us that with our eyes open, we cannot shop healthy. With our eyes closed, we can fill the basket with unhealthy stuff. So there is an opportunity in the food business for sure. So we call it sports candy. Fruit or vegetables are called sports candy. Dulces años. And so, Mexico, because people said you can do it in Iceland. You can never do this in Mexico. I said, let's try it. So we went to Mexico. We tried to do it. We thought we were going to increase sales of fruit or vegetables 3 to 5%. So we went to Walmart. We increased it 29%. It's the highest export from the US to Mexico in 7 years in pears, grapes. I think because we had a Mexican Sportacus. So because my voice is like Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm like this, but in Mexico he's much deeper. Hello, so I think that's what the reason. So, but wherever I went around the world, kids bring me fruit and vegetables. Am I dancing now, or what is it over? No. Then, how do we execute an idea, guys? How do we do it? 1% genius, 99% hard work, and you need the right team. What is this guy yelling? What is he yelling at this guy? He is yelling focus of the idea to finish with it, what are we going to do? So in the end, 30 years ago, we were right at the wrong time. Timing is important. So we looked to government how to turn health into a game. So I went around the world to speak to a lot of different guys. I even went to Mexico to talk to Felipe Calderón, Prince of Spain, Chile, and even the White House. I ended up with Michelle Obama. And so my last thing here, entrepreneurs, my advice to you is this. Number one, you know why you're doing it. Have a drive, know what to do. Number two, you should have a strong vision. Basically a vision, a strong. Number three, you should basically be in top 3, fill the gap. Number 4, you should pick the right team. Team that lean forward, and team is not lazy. Number 5, you should focus. Number 6, communicate so everybody understands. So try to make your map, your roadmap like this, okay? Then 7, failure can be successful. Don't be afraid of mistakes. So, 8, the last point, register your idea and trademark it, and then know how to exit. That is always good. I want you to, before I leave, I want to have one person on the stage. I need somebody. I'm going to get you. Can you come? Thank you. So, I want you to look at the partner to you, next to you, and say hello. What's your name? Say hello to the person next to you. What's your name? Okay? What's your name? Val. Okay? Do you have a partner? Everybody has a partner. Okay? You have a partner? Say hello to your partner. Say hello, hello. Okay, hello. So, you're going to choose who's going to be number 1 or number 2. So I say I'm number 1, you're going to be number 2. Okay, who's number 1? Let me see it. Okay, everybody's there. Okay, who's number 2? Okay, I want the person, number 2, to close the hand like this. Close it. You have, person number 1, have 10 seconds, 10, to open it. Okay, are you ready? You have 10 seconds to open it. You're gonna, okay. You have 10 seconds to open it. Ready, ready, go! Go, 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 go! 6, 4, 3, 2, don't do it and stop it. Before you kill the person. So look how smart this lady is. Look, I didn't tell you how to do it. I just told you to open it. So here's the thought. Please open. We always think that we have to fight. You know, I'm gonna break your leg and I'm gonna be really difficult. But if you communicate, maybe it's just please open, and then they open. Thank you very much, Val. Thank you very much. The last point, I want everybody to stand up. Everybody stand up, okay? Now we're gonna move a little bit. Are you ready? Just the last bit. So what we're gonna do, we are going doing something like this. Can you do this? Can you do muscle? And muscle. Up in the air. Yeah. And 1 clap. Just a little bit like this, okay? Little jump this way. Little jump this way. And then a superhero pose. Okay, guys, are you ready? That's a lot of music, and we're gonna have it very loud. Are you ready? And now. Louder. And muscle. Muscle up. Clap. Run. Jump. Superhero. One more time. Ready? And muscle. Muscle up. Clap. Run. Jump. Superhero. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Pleasure.
Magnús querido, señoras y señores, vean nomás lo que hace un señor.
Thank you.
Tiene mi edad, o yo tengo su edad. You're my age, I'm your age, and I can do no push-ups at all.
You have all the skills.
I was curious, estaba yo curioso, ya nos vamos al coffee break en un segundo, pero ¿hablas español tú?
Ya habla poquito español.
Bueno, hablo poquito. ¿Cómo saliste de Islandia? How in heavens did you get out of Iceland?
Dig the snow out.
No, really.
How did I get out of Iceland?
Yeah, I mean, what inspired you? Who did you contact? What was?
Well, what we did is in the end, and we made a great presentation, like a really good presentation, and we found what the people I want to speak to, and I found a way to get it. You can speak to anyone you want to talk to. You can.
Yes.
You just have to find the way, because even when you're older, a lot of people want to give you advice, and they are nice. They have finished the jobs, so talk to people who have already done businesses and talk to them. And then you find a way to do it. And have a good presentation, that's very good for you. And that's it.
Okay. Señoras y señores, Tiago Forte, que seguía, no lo dejaron aterrizar debido a la ceniza, entonces nos vamos a ir a corte. Mañana tenemos a Tiago, hoy no, nos vamos a corte, creo que 45 minutos de corte para que disfruten. Magnús, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Boom,
Thank you.
boom,
Thank you.
boom, boom.